Hi, my name is Sarnaja and you're watching Brain Security. We're on day 12 of the Advent of Cyber by TryHackMe and we're almost halfway there. We are on the 12th day and there are just 12 more to go. Today's topic is phishing, Phishmas greetings. Let us dive into the story. Since Mexicuri's disappearance, TBFC's defenses have weakened, and now the email protection platform is down. With filters offline, the staff must triage every suspicious message manually. The AoC team suspects malware's exploit bunnies have sent phishing messages to TBFC's users to steal credentials and disrupt SOCMS. You've joined the Incident Response Task Force to help identify which emails are legit or phishing attempts. But beware, some phishing attempts are clever, disguised as routine TBFC operations, volunteer sign-ups, or SOC mass event logistics. Every wrong call could bring Warville one step closer to Eastmas becoming a reality. Learning objectives, spotting phishing emails, learn trending phishing techniques, and understand the difference between spam and phishing. Start the machine. Phishing overview. Phishing is nothing but cyber trick that enables the victim to give out their credentials, and the attacker basically manipulates the victim to give out their credentials and use them to do bad things. Let it load. Common intentions are credential theft, malware delivery, data exfiltration, and financial fraud. Persuading victims to transfer money or approve fake invoices. Reading these things in theory feels simple, but in real life, when these attacks happen, it causes real damage to people as well as to system. Here we have a email from Peter, and it is a sample phishing email. It is impersonation, meaning you're pretending to be someone else, free domain of Gmail, and this is the social engineering text, meaning the text that is written to manipulate you, because humans are easier to manipulate than system. Why spam is not phishing? Because spam is not generally dangerous. It is just a lot of unnecessary things thrown at you. In a way, it is also undesirable and can be harmful if it is lot of junk loaded on your system. It can slow it down and things like that, but it is not that harmful as phishing, because through phishing they can steal your credentials, they can gain admin access to your system by installing such certain malicious software, they can introduce malware into your system to let it behave the way they want it to. That is why spam and phishing are different things, and phishing is definitely more dangerous. It is a precision strike. In the case of malware's exploit bunnies crafted to deceive TBFC employees and open a path into companies' defenses. Spam focuses on quality over precision, and unlike phishing, which aims to deceive specific users, spam messages are sent in bulk to flood inboxes with unwanted marketing or irrelevant content. Their goal isn't usually to steal data but to push exposure or engagement. Common intention behind spam messages: promotion, scams, traffic generation, or data harvesting. Improve your event logistics this SOCMS season. This is the email by Lara from Event Solution Advisor from Candy Cane Co. They happen to be a large scale festive event management company. They are volunteering coordination, costume distribution, late night preparation. Logistic platform was designed to simplify processes and reduce workload for event managers across Wavell. Now, suddenly, during SOCMIS, the company is receiving voluntary logistic platform convenience mail, and it might ask them to do something. Even small improvements good. Looking forward to meet from you. Looking forward to hearing from you. You did not ask for it and it just came, so it is suspicious. Our screenshot sample marketing email offering logistic solution for SOC event. We can observe intention behind the message is pure marketing. You need to be careful when analyzing each message. Look for the intention. Not every unwanted email is a threat. Sometimes just spam that poses no risk to the TBFC. Yes, so they didn't ask you to do any action at the end. So they are just telling you, okay, okay, we exist and you can contact us. So they are wanting engagement and marketing. It is not necessarily malicious because they do not have any attachment. They don't want anything from you. So it is just spam, junk that will sit in your inbox. The Phishmas takeover. Attackers use common techniques in almost every phishing attempt. First is impersonation, pretending to be someone else, usually somebody you know or some authority. Then urgency. Urgency is the main thing that they demand that, okay, it is critical, you need to act now, or else you won't be able to do this action later, or it needs your immediate attention. So, in that point, you stop thinking critically or you stop thinking clearly. So, that is the point that the attackers take advantage of. Open the email with subject urgent MaxKitty VPN access for incident response. We have it over here. Invoice from Santa Claus. This is that Laura's email. And we have laptop upgrade, annual salary raise approval. Here it is. Team MaxKitty here. I'm currently unreachable by phone. We have an ongoing incident and need the blue team to get remote access now to investigate. Please create a new VPN access for me immediately. Send the access to my personal email address, MaxKitty over here. Now, this is urgent. Please action immediately, MaxKitty. Now, if some attacker knows the name of your team lead, they can easily manipulate you by crafting such an email. And they found an available email address that they can use for this name, MexKitty. And just by writing this email, they can gain access to the system if you are naive enough to give them the VPN access. Because it is not easy to actually break into the system and gain and try to break into the VPN, right? So they straightforward go and try to manipulate you to gain the credentials. Now, what do we have here? Impersonation and free domain usage. And they are telling that I'm unavailable by phone. So, and also my personal, send the access to my personal email address, not the company one. These are some red flags. The only thing that they have is the name Max Kitty, and using that they crafted this email. Okay, first element is impersonation. Second is social engineering. Phishing, the art of manipulating people rather than breaking technology. Attackers craft believable stories, emails, calls, or chat messages that exploit emotions, fear, helplessness, curiosity, and urgency in real world context to lure the recipients of a message. Now, the content of the previous email you had opened, we can spot multiple social engineering techniques: impersonation, sense of urgency. Side channel tries to discourage recipient from reaching MaxKitty using his standard communication. Malicious intention, the attacker is trying to trick the user into giving VPN credentials. This is the breakdown. Sense of urgency, impersonation, discourage. Then we have typo squatting and punny code. Now to visually manipulate the people. They have given a beautiful image for this. They have given an image for this. Google, they write Gougle. When you receive an email and see the from field, you would not exactly try to decipher this, right? Am ozone. Your eyes don't read every letter when you try to read a word. You try to gauge the entire word just by looking at it. So that is the part that they tried to exploit. Now, this site has homedepot.com. They interchange the letters, they check whichever domain is available, and then they just go with it. This is typo squatting. And the most famous or the most meticulous type of typo squatting is using RN, which looks like M if you look from afar, right? The from field is very small on your screen. You cannot visually notice it in one go. See, very minute difference. Next is punny code. Now there are certain Latin words that you can introduce in your domain that also causes visual errors like this. Over here it said tbfc.com, but the F here is not the normal F that you use. It is a Latin word that is punny coding, and the former was typo squatting. Punicode is a special encoding system that converts Unicode characters used in writing systems like Chinese, Cyrillic, and Arabic into ASCII. When typing Punicodes in the browser's URL bar, this will be translated into ASCII format, which is the accepted format by DNS, Domain Name System. With that resource, attackers can replace identical Latin letters. For example, a standard A could also be replaced with a Greek alpha. Below we can see an image showing the tryhackme.com, and the T over here, TR, both of them are not the English letters T and R. They are Latin, I guess. I'm not sure. Cyrillic, they are Cyrillic. Three of them. Even Y, it is Cyrillic. They don't have access to the domain name TryHackMe. Then this email is Christmas laptop upgrade agreement document that TVFC IT shared with you. Let us try to open it. It won't open. Spoofing. Email spoofing is another way attackers can trick users into thinking they are receiving emails from a legitimate domain. These messages look like it came from a trusted sender, but underlying headers tell a different story. Modern email clients can reject easily spoofing attempts, but because Webel email protection is down, some spoofing emails can pass silently. Here is new audio message from MexKitty. You have a new voice message from MexKitty. ID is this, duration is this, date, and this is organization. Now, attachment, it has HTML file. How come an audio file, the recording file, can be of HTML format? Means if you open that attachment, it will have some script within itself that will run. See, type says application or octet stream. Then we have headers, SPF field, and DKIM signature is there. Sender is calls@tbfc, and from is MexKitty miscall notifier. We come back here and look at what it is trying to say. In the headers, the authentication results say SPF fail, DKIM fail, and DMARC fail. What is SPF? The full form is Sender Policy Framework. What does SPF do? It defines the mail servers that are allowed to send mails on behalf of a particular domain. So what does it mean when this authentication result says that SPF failed? That whoever sent this email does not belong to the server that allows sending email from tbfc.com. Okay, that is the first red flag. Second is DKIM fail. DKIM is a cryptographic signature. What it means, just like your physical signature is used to verify that it was you who did it, or it was you who was responsible for the actions, or you were authenticating the actions by putting your unique signature. Same way, digital signatures are used using hashing and private key stuff, but the overall idea is it ensures that that particular mail came from you. So if it failed over here, if the DKIM failed over here, it means that the person is not who they are claiming to be. DMARC fail means SPF and DKIM fails, that means DMARC will fail. I don't remember the full form. Domain-based message authentication, reporting, and conformance. Instructing receiving servers on handling emails that fail checks against SPF and DKIM. Domain keys identified mail. I hope I was being clear. adds a digital signature to prove the message wasn't changed and really came from that domain. Says which servers are allowed to send emails for a domain. Simple as that. Like a list of approved senders. Everything failed over here. That means it is a phishing attempt. It is not spam. Select at least 3 phishing signals. We have a malicious attachment. Then what do we have? Impersonation. And what else do we have? Spoofing. Because it says calls either at TBFC. Correct. Oh, we are on the second email. Yes, we are done with the voice message one email. Then we have malicious attachment. That is this .html file. Then we have trending phishing. We can see from this image itself. The attacker tries to design fake login pages to get your credentials. It is very easy to design such pages using simple HTML and CSS. And in such places, when you enter your email and your password, it will just say that incorrect, no matter how many correct guesses you give. But that particular credentials will go to the attacker's server and your credentials are phished. It is not very easy to break into the system because security has evolved. So the attacks also evolve. So they create login pages that directly steal your credentials and you just bypass authentication and you're in the system. Legitimate applications. And yes, first we have fake domain that uses punny coding, punny encoding, punny coding. What is it? Punny code encoding. Then we have side channel communication. Respond to my WhatsApp number once you get my mail and wait for my message. First is impersonation. Now let us spot everything. Let us go to invoice from Santa Claus first. Here is your invoice. Santa Claus sent you invoice for $700. Fraud alert, didn't make this Easter egg order, call PayPal immediately. This is your invoice number. Received SPF, fail. This is the signature from services PayPal to 9 TBFC. Return path. Return path bounces plus something weird @bunny on Microsoft.com. Links detected. There's so many links. Phishing attempt. We have impersonation. It claims to be Santa, so it was impersonating. And social engineering text. Okay, doesn't say sense of urgency like other emails. Third email. This is impersonation, urgency, and side communication promote. Side channel communication attempt, impersonation, and sense of urgency. No, side channel communication is not there. But they are asking you to email on this personal email. Okay. Social engineering text. Classify the fourth email. HR department. Annual salary. Raise approval on Dropbox. The candy cane lady, I think it is just spam. Malicious attachment. This is funny coding. Do we have sense of urgency? No. Impersonation, yes. Malicious attachment, yes. Or not. Social engineering text. And we're done. See you in the next challenge.